Yo, it's Awante, and we are back with some more Sparking Zero. So, Bandai Namco actually just updated their website with the news guide, Know Your Fighters. So, they give us a lot of important information about like character types, classes, and a bunch of other stuff. So, I feel like with this info, you can already start thinking about teams and like trying to map out at least what type of characters you want in your teams. So, today in this video, I just wanted to go over the updated info, and we'll talk about how you can start building your team right now. But really quickly, guys, if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and subscribe as it helps this channel grow. And yeah, we'll just get right into it. So first, we'll talk about the character types. If you already read this article and you know about them, you can skip this part. For people who don't know, I'm just going to give a quick rundown of the different character types and stuff like that. Alright, so first we have strength characters. So strength characters, of course, deal with high damage. It seems to have some type of resistance because it says that some may not stagger off of basic ki blasts and hits. And strength characters specifically have two types of specializations. One melee and then one blast. So it says right here that the first one will enhance the damage dealt with rush combos in close combat, while the second type implies character can rely on blast attacks and ki blasts to inflict damage. So even if you do want to choose a strength character, it seems you do have a bit of variation, which I do like. So now we have the speed character. Speed characters are basically exactly what they sound like. They specialize in fast mobility and attacks. It says here that escaping the rush attacks will be more difficult to do than any other character. So if you're the type of person who likes using rush attacks a lot, it's going to be a great type for you to put on your team. Alrighty, and now we have ki blasts. Ki blast characters are also pretty straightforward. Most of their damage coming from basic ki blasts and ki blast supers. These characters can shoot more energy blasts than normal while also consuming a lot less energy. So if you're a zoner, you're going to want a ki blast character on your team because as you can see, we have the video of Vegeta right here just zoning out his opponent and doing that extra damage as he's falling down. Alright, so now we have giant characters. These characters are extremely slow, but they do intense damage, so I'm assuming they're going to be doing the highest damage we'll probably see in game. They also can't be hit by some blast, rush, and throw attacks. So even though they do have the downside of being super slow, they do have some upsides to them as not being able to be attacked as easily. Alrighty, and finally we have the androids. So androids cannot charge their ki on their own, so they have to get it using other methods. So Dr. Gero in Android 19, for example, can regain ki by doing melee attacks, but also by absorbing blast attacks from other characters. So you can see in this clip right here, Goku is shooting the ki blast at him, and 19 is absorbing it. And as you see at the top, his ki goes up like half a meter, just from like 3 ki blasts. That's pretty nice. And the rest of the androids, being 13, 16, 17, 18, they will just automatically charge their ki passively. So it's going to be really good, actually, if you want to just, like, you know, have a rushdown team of, like, speed characters and android characters, and you're just going crazy, just never letting down, and you have your ki up to max. Alright, so now we can actually talk about the team build. So you'll want a variety of character types to deal with different situations. I would recommend at least one strength, speed, and ki blast type. This way your team is balanced and you can't be completely countered just super easily. Like, let's say, for example, if you're running just all speed characters who just specialize in rush attacks, and they have like 3 giant characters, and they're just going to body your entire team pretty much. So I just recommend just running at least one of each, just so you can get a good balance of your team. In my opinion, giant types specifically, I'm not going to run them. You can if you like the characters like Janemba and Super Baby and whatever. But me, I'm not going to run Giants too much, to be honest. Maybe for a video, but other than that, really not. Androids, I feel like you can do pretty good with. Like, now androids, depending on what the meta is, they could be pretty useful in my opinion. Being able to apply good pressure and never having to charge your ki. And if a ki blast character is meta, you can pop out 19 or Dr. Gero and take advantage of the ki absorption technique. So, depending on what like the meta is in that kind of area, androids can be pretty useful, to be honest. And we actually have some unique type of characters here. So we have the sword archetype. This is actually really cool that they did this. How they're just gonna primarily be fighting with their swords. That can actually be a great pressure character if you're lacking one with your current team, because sword characters can launch energy blasts that pierces through guard. And that's great for punishing someone who just stays defensive way too much. You just break that guard and then you can move in close. I think it's also good to take note of scatter characters. Scatter characters will be able to keep track of their opponents way easier. So if you're a Bardock fan, you'll be able to know your opponent's location pretty much at all times. But be careful not to take too much damage though, as it can break, losing sight of your opponent for a short amount of time. Alrighty, and then we also have ground characters. So these are characters that cannot fly. So think of your Master Roshi, think of your Hercule. Once they jump, they'll slowly fall back to the ground as they cannot remain in the air for a long time compared to flying characters. But they do have an advantage. When they're on the ground, they're the only type of character who can run. But yeah, you could be somebody who just wants to abuse this. If you want to take the time to learn the ground characters, this could be pretty useful. Alrighty, and we'll wrap it up there with the team building. We do have more mechanics down here, like transformation and fusion, and switch and stuff. If you want to run fusions, you can. That might be beneficial if you have both characters low. You can fuse. I don't think it'd be a bad idea to try and run people who can fuse in your team. But there are some other mechanics down here, like sparking mode and emotes, stuff like that. I'm not going to go into that in this video. If you guys want to see a video going over that kind of stuff, definitely can. Just let me know in the comments below. But to wrap it all up, you would want at least one of the 3 major character types, being speed, strength, or ki blast. And bring an additional sword or edge character won't hurt every now and then. If you're feeling confident, you could try out a giant character. And if you want a challenge, go ahead and bring out a ground character. But that's all I got for this video, guys. Just want to make a quick one. We got this guide out. I want to make a video on it. But yeah, if you enjoyed this video, please, like and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.